Do you know, when you play the games of the National Lotteries Authority, you are supporting sports, culture, and nation building in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit-Martinique?
Hi, I am Junior Murray, cricket coach, sports enthusiast, and a former West Indies cricketer. I endorse the games of the NLA 100%. For the past 40 years, the NLA has been funding many sporting activities, including competition for schools and clubs, and for athletes to participate in overseas tournaments such as the Carifta Games and the regional cricket tournaments. Additionally, they made it possible for you, the public, to view local, regional, and international tournaments from the comfort of your homes. For those reasons, I play the game of the NLA. Even if I do not win, I know Grenada always wins.
Yes, when you play all the games, the NLA in turn supports sports, culture, and nation-building activities throughout the Tri-Island state.
Yeah, what's up? Welcome to Thursday. Yes, guys. Welcome to Ride Along Live for today is beautiful Thursday. Tamika Rogers, how you doing? Guys, listen, I am going to waste a lot of time on this because we don't have like 2 hours today. We have 1 hour, and we have the very outspoken nurse practitioner, GYN, on the program. It's always very exciting to have her because I have a lot of questions that were submitted to me, and even questions I want to know as a man as well. You know, it's good to understand all these things. It's about the professional way to go about to ensure that your spouse stay. You do things in bed in your love life to keep that love spark, to keep it spicy, to keep it nice. Yeah. And that's what we're going to be talking about. We have Dr. K, and we have a special guest as well, Mystery. She is, let me tell you her title. Let me tell you one of our guest titles. She is a lifestyle enthusiast. And she's going to tell us about all the things that you could use in your bedroom to enhance that sexual pleasures. All that nice things to enhance that sexual pleasure. Jennifer Lawrence, how you doing? Wendy Charles, big up yourself. Lacey J. Everybody just share the program, man. Share the program. Share it. I must also add, guys, that we have it seems like we have like a 2 or 3 day like shadow block. Like Facebook does this thing sometime where it shadow blocks some of your posts. So to ensure that the programming still get out, right? We have to share. Yeah, they do this sometimes. Sometimes they say we're growing too fast. We are moving too fast. So they just try to slow us down sometimes. So that's what's happening right now. So we need everybody to share the program right now. In fact, put it on a page, put it in a group. Akeem, how you doing? Get your questions ready, guys. Let me share it here as well. Yes. And ladies, get your question. Gentlemen, get your questions as well. Let me share. I want to share it too. Gail Can, how you doing? Big up yourself, Gail. Thank you so much for sharing. Keisha Williams, thank you so much. We appreciate you as well. Thank you for sharing. Wendy and Ray. Listen, I don't want you guys to just listen, you know. I don't want you guys to just listen. I want you guys to participate. Share it on a few more groups. Participate. Wendy Brave Boy watching from New York. All right, guys, let's go right into it, guys. Shadow Black can't stop us today. Look at the beautiful ladies on the program now. Look at the beauties.
Oh.
It's always fun.
Hello.
Hey, everybody. First of all, she is no stranger to the ride. She is nurse practitioner, Dr. Katina.
Hey.
you?
I'm back, y'all. It's been a while.
It's been too long. It's been a little bit too long. And of course, first time on the program. Is it Mystery?
Yes.
It's
Mystery.
mystery. Yeah. I go by DarkMystrexxx.
DarkMystrexxx. I wonder what the XXXXX is for.
I wonder.
We gonna find out. We'll find out. So we'll speak about, because it's important, guys. Because what we've been seeing and the complaints that we've been having over this past couple of years is that relationships are mashing up, relationships are breaking up, things are not going right, and sometimes people blame it on that intimacy, that keeping that bond and keeping the thing spicy and vibey in the bedroom. So we'll start with you, Dr. Kennedy. Right? Let's talk, Katina. Let's talk about that love life and things that a woman could do and things that a man could do to keep that spice in the relationship.
Yes, yes. So, especially if you've been with someone for years and years, you definitely have to make sure that you come up with new ways to keep just that spice. You want to keep the passion in the relationship so that the sex can be good. Because if you make it routine, then, it becomes boring and it becomes routine. And, a woman and a man over time, when you're young, yes, you can get on hard really fast. Woman, yeah, you can, nice juices are there. But as you get older, it takes a lot more than just, touching the person. You got to really connect a lot of times with them mentally. Some people need that emotional touch as well as, of course, the physical touch. So we have to continually make sure we know our health status. And I know you all have, if you don't remember, it's all about knowing your health status. You have to go and get your physical exams, ladies and gentlemen. You have to know what's going on the inside of the body.
Yeah.
Because you can't get erected. You could have diabetes. You could have high blood pressure. You could have high cholesterol. You also could have low testosterone levels, which decreases with age, men. So if your testosterone level is low, then you won't be able to, it'll be hard to either maintain. You may have premature ejaculation. That means you'll come really, really fast. Soon as she put her mouth on your penis, you will come. That's premature ejaculation, or he can ejaculate prior to inserting inside of the vagina. So that's premature ejaculation. And then also it can cause the inability to get erected.
Right.
So in women, you have to make sure you know your blood count, because if you're anemic, if your thyroid is off, then you're going to have a hard time getting your vaginal juices, staying lubricated. Also, you're going to feel tired and fatigued as well. So you're not, I know a lot of patients in their 30s and 20s, they come to me and they say they have no sex drive. Well, you got to check and see what's going on the inside. So first things first, I want everyone listening, if you have not gone for your physical exam and your blood work, you need to go ASAP, because knowing your health status is important. Everybody type in the chat box, know your health status.
Know your health status. In there. Because, Doc, a lot of times what is on the inside manifests on the outside, because sometimes and I hear women speak about this all the time, sometimes they complain of that smell, that little odor that they get, right? And they think it's just a matter of, just something that's happening there. No, but it could be something that is really bad manifesting on the inside.
You got it. Especially, that saying, we are what we eat, is true. It's very true. You have to, a lot of times when you're eating a lot of spicy foods, greasy foods, when someone is performing oral sex on you, they can taste it, ladies. And then men, if your semen will actually taste really sour and, not good if you're eating bad foods. Women, if you're lacking your water, number one, you won't get vaginal, your lubrication may decrease. And then also you can actually cause your pH to be altered. So drinking lots of water is key. If you notice, ladies, you're getting recurrent vaginal infection, you need to check your water intake. But yes, it's important to know what's going on the inside.
Absolutely. Dr. K, tell us about that smell test now, that self smell test that women should do from time to time. How important is that?
Yes. Actually, you should do that check every day. When you're taking a shower, stick your finger in your vagina and take a smell. And you know what your normal smell smells like. It should not be a fishy odor. No, if it's a fishy odor, there's something going on. There may be a bacterial infection or a yeast infection going on, or something, an STD, more serious, like trichomonas. That's a parasite and a very common STD that many women get, and men as well. So you want to stick your finger in there. You also, if you're brave enough, and I encourage you all, you need to taste yourself and see how you taste. It's okay, ladies. You want your partner to taste it.
Yeah.
Taste yourself
Right.
just to see. Someone says she's not tasting herself. But you got to know how you taste too.
That's important. That is important. It's very important. Very important.
So you want to taste and you smell yourself. And then you also want to take a mirror or a phone. We got our phones now, and just open yourself up, take a picture, have someone to take a picture for you of your vagina. And so you can take a look and see what's going on. Make sure you don't have any warts, because genital warts can reside in the vaginal area and the penis as well. So start looking at yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Don't ignore any lesions or Wendy is like, hell no. I love your audience. I love it.
So it's important. It's important to taste. It's important to smell. It basically, it's you. Nothing to shy about.
I do it and I do it all the time. That's a big thing, and I have actually had conversations with my sister about this, and she's like, you what? You taste yourself? And I said, I want you to try it. And she said, I'm not going to do it, but I'll ask my boyfriend. And she asked her boyfriend, and her boyfriend's like, you know what? You do have a smell. And so she, and I talk to everybody about this all the time. It happens all the time, especially, again, I'm in the lifestyle, and I see this, I see it all the time.
So what should it not smell like? What should it not smell like?
It shouldn't smell fishy. No fishy odor, no sour odor. It just should be a nice scent, your nice vaginal scent.
But I was watching a video the other day, and they said that vagina is supposed to smell like vagina, like it's not supposed to smell like mint.
Yes, and you won't, and you're right. You hear everyone say, "Oh, it smells like roses." It smells like, that's not true.
No, it don't smell like rose. So I'm thinking, as they say, it smell rude. They say it smell rude. That's like a colloquial term. They say it smell kind of rude. And
yes,
people think that's right.
And then if you have a lot of hair and the onion smell, so like it can be fishy or like an onion smell. Good point, Rochelle. Those are not, if it's foul smells, that's not a good smell. So yeah.
Right. Absolutely. And we're going to get to the lifestyle, because I want to talk about the toys and introducing, things to keep the relationship nice and spicy. What could you do? What could you eat? What could you drink? What could you take into your body to make sure that Dongdae smells good for men and women?
So first you want to, get adequate sleep. Sleep is so important to the body. It's good for your immune system as well. When you're not sleeping, you're not getting at least 6 hours of sleep. Guess what? Then you're going to get sick all the time. Bacteria will then grow within the body, and that's anywhere in the body. So you want to make sure you get adequate sleep. Also, I talked about water intake. You're supposed to get half your body weight in ounces of water a day. That's right. So if you're 200 pounds, you need to be getting 100 ounces of water a day. Also, you want to make sure you don't use scented products. Be careful with those, ladies and men, because men, when you use it, guess what? you going inside of the vagina, especially if you're not protected with the condom, but you're going inside of the vagina, and you can alter her pH. And when you alter her pH, that causes the imbalance, and then your hands as well. You're right. So you have to make sure. I know I talked about in previous episodes the importance of a finger condom. Yes, a finger condom. I don't have one to show you today. But a finger condom it protects, if you're fingering your partner, it protects them from bacteria that lies underneath the nail or that's on the finger itself. So you can get a finger condom if you engage in finger sex often when you're dealing with your partner. But so the water intake, exercise, your fruits and vegetables is important. When you eat a lot of starches, like your white bread, your white rice, your white pasta. When you eat a lot of that, that's putting a lot of sugar in your body. When there's a lot of sugar in your body, that also causes the alteration of the vaginal pH. You can get yeast infections. A lot of my female patients, they come in and they say, I'm getting yeast infections over and over again.
Yeah.
And that's because you're drinking wine. Wine is what? High in sugar. Wine is made up of what? It's yeast.
Oh,
You eat a lot of bread. Bread has what in it? Yeast. So you really have to, really make sure you maintain a healthy lifestyle. Stop using scented products. Drinking cranberry juice help with water. That's all good. I love your fans. They know. They've been listening to me before.
Yeah, they're followers. They're definitely followers.
Yes, and then we for the men, actually the semen, the pineapple actually works.
Pineapple.
Yeah, so if you eat pineapples, that actually sweetens the cum a little bit. So when if women you like to swallow or you want to taste the semen, then men, you have to prepare. All right. That means drink some pineapple juice, maybe about like 2 hours, 3 hours or more before. So that actually helps. But you have to stop using a lot of scented products. It's really causing the pH for a lot of people, alteration for a lot of people.
What about douche? What about women that like to do that douchey thing?
Yeah.
We
know what you mean, Julia.
You know what I mean.
Know what you mean. Yes, that alters the pH as well. Yeah, so you don't want to do that, because what happens is it gets rid of the good and the bad bacteria. So we want the good bacteria there, and we want the bad bacteria gone, but it rinses both out. And so now your pH has to get back on track. And especially if you're having sex frequently and your partner is ejaculating inside of you every single night, that also alters your pH. Your vagina has no time to relax, to get rid of that discharge, to cleanse itself. So if you're having sex often, ladies, and you're noticing you're getting frequent urinary tract infections or yeast infections, I encourage you to have your partner to ejaculate other places. And you can get creative with that. So those other places can be on your face if you love your facials. That can be on your nipples. It can also be swallowed. So you have many different options. You just have to make sure you communicate with your partner.
Doctor, question for you. What about boric acid?
Okay. So boric acid, if you are having frequent sex, and I know a lot of women, that's more of a natural approach. They use the boric acid capsules, and not the ones that you just buy for the kill roaches. No, it's chemically created. And you put it in the vagina. It's in capsules. And you do that after sex, and that works great for keeping the pH on track. That's really good. And then also, before I forget, of course, it's your underwear. You have to make sure you wear cotton underwear. When you're wearing a lot of silk, I know you ladies like your thongs, your silk, your satin panties, but all of that causes moisture down below. And yeast loves heat and moisture. And bacteria grows in what? Heat and moisture. So you have to wear your cotton underwear. That way, that absorbs the heat and moisture. 100% cotton. So if you're getting these frequent vaginal infections, you definitely need to make some changes.
Interesting stuff. Let me just say to the audience again, guys, we have Dr. K and lifestyle enthusiast that I mean, we didn't even get to that point as yet. We're talking about things that you could do to spice up a relationship in the bedroom. And we have a lot to talk about. So Dr. K, to reiterate, to make the thing taste better, you could eat pineapple. A lot of pineapple is good for both men and women, you say. Stay away from what if you want to keep their, in terms of the smell and the odor, of course, stay away from what?
Like your scented products. If it smells good,
Uh-huh.
Don't use it down below.
Oh.
Yeah. If it has fragrance in it, because a lot of us is allergic to, or we are sensitive to certain fragrances. So you got to be careful. So no scented products. You can use it anywhere else, on your arms, your hands, use your smell good lotions. But ladies and gentlemen, not down below. And men, try not to lotion your dicks with scented lotions. And I'm going to tell you why. Because when we perform oral sex on you, what happens? We're going to taste it. And that lotion does not taste good.
Oh.
Or cologne.
What about spitting?
Or cologne.
What about spitting?
Be careful with the spitting.
It's happened several times.
Yes. You have to be careful with it, because what happens is, when you spit, and yes, a lot of people do this. I'm not talking about just, spitting, but a lot of men during sex, when the vagina dries out and you're trying to give it a little bit of lubrication, they put it on their hands and then they rub their penis, and then they, to continue with the lubrication. But you're entering bacteria and yeast into the vagina. So, and then I want everyone today, after the show, I want you to do the tongue check. And what does that consist of? I want you to go and look in the mirror. And if you actually it's coated in white. If your tongue has a lot of white coating on it, the tongue should naturally be nice and pink. And then it should have a little bit of white on it, and that's normal. But if you notice it's a cake of whiteness and a little bit of yellowish, then you may have some yeast on your tongue. We normally have yeast in our mouth, but sometimes there's an overproduction of it, especially those who smoke. So yes, you have to make sure you look at your tongue. And if you notice it, you need to see your dentist so that you can get something to help with that. And then you should be flossing as well, because your gum hygiene and your oral hygiene is important, because if you're having sex with your partner, you're going to give her something.
Doc, I have a curious question. I have a very curious question. I have those questions from time to time. Oftentimes we see, right, people have no problem with having oral sex with someone. They would give you heads, or as they call it, they give you oral sex, no problem. But then now they'll put a condom on to have vaginal sex, right? Which is worse? Can you contract the same kind of bacteria or disease whether they do this or put it down there?
That's actually a good question. So there are certain STDs that you can get from penile penetration versus from the mouth. So on the mouth, you can get herpes. On the mouth, you can get genital warts.
Right.
In the mouth, you can get chlamydia. You can get gonorrhea. So yeah, you have to be careful. And that's why they have the dental dams. Have you all heard of the dental dams before? Mm-hmm. That's a condom that you use when you're doing oral sex.
You lay it out on there and you lick on the dam?
You got it.
Does not take away the real fun. Forget I answer that question, guys. Don't even answer that question.
Well, you have to, look at your pros and cons there,
Yeah.
So you have to be very careful. But, Yes, so it's important to just, know yourself. Take a look at yourself.
Yeah.
Always examine yourself. If nobody doesn't know yourself, it's gonna be you. You're
You.
gonna have to know yourself better than anyone else. I have people that come in and I say, "How long have you had this bump down here on your vagina lip?" And they say, "Oh, I never knew I had that." And
Wow.
that's something that's been there for years. It's just because she never looks at herself. She never, or he as well, because I've had men do the same thing. Yeah, so from oral sex, you can definitely get many different infections, different STDs. You can also get HPV, which is a human papilloma virus. And
Mhm.
that causes also just a type of virus that can cause throat cancer.
Yes.
So yeah. So
Yeah.
you have to be careful. Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to come back to the spicing up the relationship, because oftentimes you find that men and women, they're in relationship over a long period of time and the damn thing gets boring, doctor. It gets boring to the point where you don't feel the vibe, no energy, no vibe whatsoever. What could we do? What could men and women do professionally to keep that or bring back that spice in the love life? And probably that's where mystery could come in as well. How could we spice up the thing, make the thing nice again?
Yes. So I'll start off by saying, just some of the things you want to make sure you constantly communicate with your partner, because communication is key. When you're not communicating, you're not voicing your do's and don'ts. I always tell folks, I have my along with Sherry Shabazz. She's a sexual enthusiast, and we do the 12 types of orgasmic masterclass. Yes, ladies and men, there are 12 types of different types of orgasms you can have. But
12.
in that
12?
show,
Doctor, did you say 12?
yes, there are
Okay.
different types of orgasms. You guys can go to my website at drkatinakennedy.com, and there's a recording of an online masterclass that we actually had. So if you want to order that, you can do that, of a past show which talks about the different types of orgasms. But communicating with your partner, you should never have a bad encounter, sexual encounter. If
Mm.
it's something that you don't like, talk to your partner. Tell them. If you don't like biting, just say, "Hey, I like it soft." And you can do this during sex. You guys
Mm.
probably have done it before. If she's, especially you, Junior, if your partner is giving you your oral sex, look, if your partner is giving you oral sex, you may say, do it with some hand, or you may say no hands, or, put a little bit more slob on it, So that's what I'm talking about. Make sure it's sexy when you're doing it, of course.
Mm.
So you want to communicate with your partner. And then if there's any disconnect, you guys have to work on connecting together, because again, if you've been together for so long, and you have your life and he's doing this and she's doing that, it's easy, and you have the kids, it's easy for you all to get disconnected. So you have to be intentional about going on dates. You have
Yeah.
to be intentional about wearing something sexy for your partner. If you know what your partner likes, do it.
That's
Don't stop doing it. And then the reason why I say that emotional connection is important, especially, like I said, these are for long term. I'm not talking about a one night stand, but this is for if you're in a long term relationship. You have to make sure that you constantly, sext each other. Do
yeah.
things that you used to do when you first started dating. If
Yeah.
you want to have sex in the car, it's okay. Go ahead and do that. Of course, the car has to be parked. I know down here, someone got in a car accident because their partner was giving them head.
Wow.
Yeah, while they were
Oh
driving.
yeah, I
So,
remember that was on the news. I remember that.
yes, guys, if you can't handle it, then you need to be parked.
All right. Pull the
um,
handles up.
Yes, but yes, Junior, put on your smell good, put on your favorite dress, and just make sure that you're okay mentally as well. If you're feeling anxious or depressed, you're just not feeling yourself, then it's important to speak with a therapist. Okay,
Yeah.
because that's important, because sometimes you may have to work on you in order for you to be connected with your partner, because you can't give yourself to others if you're not taking care of yourself.
True.
So that's important for you to do as well. So again, stay sexy, do the things you used to do, go on dates. Once a week, you should always try to do something. It doesn't have to be anything expensive.
Yes.
And then, if you want to get creative in the bedroom, you can do that. Some people are into bringing in another partner, and that's where mystery can come in at. And if they want to bring in toys as well, toys, you can use that in connection with your partner. You don't want to overuse the toys, ladies and gentlemen, because you don't want it to interfere with your sex life. Or if you don't have a partner, then you can definitely use the toys alone with yourself. But guess what? Don't overuse it. No excessive toy use. Because I have many patients that come in and their clitoris is, guess what? It's numb.
What?
Because they use,
No,
yes. Yes, because they use the vibrator so much. And remember, the vibrator gives you so much of that deep, intense penetration that it damages the nerves, especially if you're masturbating like 3-4 times a day.
And using one of these. And we'll talk about it.
What's that? Isn't that a back massager?
It's my microphone.
So, Miss Mystery, tell us about some of the things that you introduce and bring in to keep that spice.
Okay, so a little bit, first of all, I am actually, like I said, in the lifestyle and a swinger. I also do some content creating. So, I make some movies every so often. But there's a lot of different things, as Doctor was talking about. She was mentioning, even going out to eat and everything like that. And, just doing something, or, just doing something like outside. There's so many different things you can even do, like to spice things up, such as this. This is actually a blue. Let me see if I can, hold on. I'll get the package so you guys can see. So this is called We Vibe. Let's see if I can get that. So with We Vibe, you actually, this is a Bluetooth device, and you actually put this inside, or part of it inside of your vagina, and then the other part goes against your clitoris. And what you can do is like let's say you and your partner are having dinner. Your partner can be on Bluetooth and turn this vibrator on while you're sitting there eating dinner, and she will feel it. And so she has to try to maintain composure.
And that's a good one to get you started there. That's preparing you.
That's by remote control, huh? Interesting.
It's remote control, but also you can use your phone too. So you don't have to lug this around. You can just be on your phone, and it vibrates quite a bit. So, they have different ones. There's ones that are, this one's a little on the pricier side. But there's other ones that are a lot more affordable than something like this. This runs, I think, around $250 for something like this, or
so why you have two? Why you have two?
This is actually the remote control. So you can either do, so this is the remote control, and this is what you use inside of you.
Oh, I got you.
What else you got over there? Okay,
so let's see. So, we talked about being desensitized every so often if you use these toys too much. This is a little magic wand, or a little Hitachi. It's used on the clitoris, and you have different, different vibrations and different strengths. So you have this one, but then you have the Big Bertha over here. This is my favorite. There's many different ones.
Go ahead.
This is the Lawand. My favorite one is the Hitachi magic wand, but this is another one. And again, you use this on your clitoris. It is very, very, very powerful. But like I said, and like Doctor said, this can, if you use this a lot, and I'm 43. I've been using these since I was 20. You have to be careful because it can definitely desensitize you.
And remember, you're not, ladies and gentlemen, you're not putting that inside of the vagina.
Please,
Correct.
please,
Thank you.
please say that again, because I think that needs to be said. People will try to put it inside.
Because everybody is
Thank
saying,
you.
"Oh, it's big, it's huge. I'm not going to put that inside of me." But while you and your partner is having sex, okay, when he's on top of you, missionary style, or if you're doggy style, or which is all fours, you can just simply put that right over the clit while he's doing that, and that will, that really keeps you engaged and really gets you stimulated. So that's something else you can try.
And then another one that is sort of similar to, for the clitoris is also, it can be worn as a necklace. But this is also a vibrator too. So it's made by Crave. And again, very, very powerful for such like a little toy, but it looks like a necklace. So yeah, this is another great one to use.
Do you have anything for our ladies who like to penetrate, like on the inside?
Ooh, well, now that you're speaking of that.
Oh, Lord of mercy.
So I have several different things. This one is, this is a glass dildo. In the glass dildo, the cool thing about glass dildo, it's super easy to clean, very, very easy to clean. But also you can stick this inside of you. You can stick it in wherever you would really like. But the awesome thing about this is you can do temperature play with this, which is always fun. You have to be careful though. So with
I'm here. I'm listening.
And so the purpose a lot of times of these toys is sometimes to enhance your climax. All right. So your orgasm, like when you use these, you think you're having a good orgasm just, with regular penetration. But when you use these toys, in addition to the penis, it's an amazing orgasm. You think you had a good one, wait till you have one with the toy. So,
and again, this does not I love my toys, but this does not replace the real human interaction. And my play partners know that when I'm with them, they know that this is it's just something fun and extra for us to use. And they don't feel any type of way when I use this. They're using them on me, and it's a lot of fun. Some of the people I use it on them. So
I think that we have to put that disclaimer in there that they have to have. Isn't this thing supposed to be some kind of lubrication that comes along with the process of sticking this stuff in?
Yes, actually. Doctor, do you have your lubrication? I have it. I'm trying to find it.
Well, I'm just asking if there is, because if it's necessary or essential to have that lubrication thing, because I don't want people going and hurt themselves.
Yes.
In the process of not having properly lubricated.
Yes.
So
the more you're stimulating either the clit or you're stimulating the vagina walls, you'll definitely get more lubricated if it's feeling good. So yeah, lubrication is key. That's a good point, Junior, because you will have tears, and ladies, that you will be swollen the next day. You'll have some bleeding if you're not lubricated. And speaking of lubrication, you can order my Sextivia, all natural personal lubricant at sextivia.com, SEXTIVIA. I created that lube just for the male or female, and it does not change the vaginal pH. It's really good. I have the oil and the water-based lubricant. So I just wanted to plug that in.
No,
but,
that's
Mystery, you was going to show us another.
Yes, I actually was trying to find, because I actually had your.
Oh Lord.
I had your lubrication, but I don't know where the bottle went.
Yeah, that's fine.
There's all sorts of different lubrication. Now, when you're using toys such as these lovely dildos, I'm like, hold on here, let me get it in the screen.
Yeah.
When you're using these, you cannot use silicone base on these toys because it will tear them and rip them apart. So it's very important to either use a water-based lube or they now have this thing called the hybrid. So it's a mixture between water-based and also silicone lube that are actually safe for toys. So I love my toys. This one is 9 inches and the diameter is 6 inches. I can just tell you this because I just measured it the other day because I did a size comparison for somebody.
And Mystery, that's also a good way. That dildo is a good way for women to practice.
Yes.
Practice oral sex on. Julia, did you see the other? No, I don't think he saw the other one.
I saw it.
No, Julia, look at that.
No, that's
Or if you wanted to use a toy on somebody, there's this.
Which is pegging. A lot of people are into pegging.
Oh, Lord. Okay. All right.
So I don't know if you all heard of pegging, but some men are into that, and that doesn't mean that they're gay. That's just a kink type of play. And that's something that they actually like. They like for you to, a couple things, either use their finger and massage the prostate while you're sucking their penis. So ladies, if you stick your finger in his rectum and you're giving them oral sex, that's an amazing orgasm for some men because their G spot is there, and the P spot is in the rectum area for men. And then some men like to be pegged, so they actually like using these toys inside of them while you're sucking their dick as well. So this is, it's a whole nother world out here.
Yes,
if you don't engage in this, it's okay. You just have to do things that's comfortable for you. You may not have to use anything as big. You just use the vibrator she has around her neck, and that's perfectly fine. But yes. Oh, what do we have here?
While we are on the topic of prostate massages, this is another good one for anal to use, especially for on a male. 2 different sizes, but when you put it in, it really gets right to that spot. This has been the best one that I have I've been told so far of using. So this one's a great one. It's very heavy though.
So Mystery, you guys can face each other and one put it in her butt, and then the guy can put it in his butt, and you guys can just go back and forth on it, right?
Yes, okay. Definitely. And a lot of people aren't into anal, and I understand that it might seem like it's painful, and it definitely is at first. There's a lot of lube that is needed when you first start. Sometimes people like to use anal ease, which kind of numbs that area. There's also other things that you can use.
Oh, hold on. That isn't that metal? That thing, isn't that metal that you had before? That metal thing? Metal?
It's heavy. It's very heavy.
Sanitize it good.
Wouldn't that be very dangerous to go in somebody's rectum?
As long as it's lubed.
Yeah.
Nice and lubed.
Make sure everything is sanitized, clean. I mean, I really clean my toys very, very good. Do not just let them sit around right after you use them. You have to start washing them right away. Because everything starts growing right away on things if you just let it sit. And then there go your toys.
Yes.
And you showed, what are those? Anal plugs?
Yes. So these help. These are anal plugs. They help. These are rather big. I've never used these ones. Somebody gave them to me as a gift. I get a lot of stuff as gifts.
Yeah.
So with these plugs, They help just by keeping, your opening, it helps, keep your opening a little bit wider, especially like before you do anal. So sometimes you could use these, or if you wanted to make it look a little prettier for your partner, you can have little butt plugs.
What?
Have like little hearts, different sizes. There's like little ones and then bigger ones.
Look at Junior. Lois, do you see Junior around here? Lois,
I know, right?
Now, the anal plugs is often used with couples when you're having vaginal sex and you put that in the vagina. I mean, in the rectum, in the anus, because a lot of people, like, if you just ladies, when he's doing it from behind and he inserts his fingers inside of your anus, then it's the same concept, and it really feels good. It gives that really, really in-depth orgasms. So of course, if you're scared, you don't want to use anything big, you can always use the smaller one that she showed us before as well. But yeah, there's so much more out there as well. So many more toys, and you just have to be willing to, take your time and just explore different ones.
And one of the things,
you know what I realized? I am very old-fashioned. I just realized that today. I thought I was up to the time. I thought I knew stuff. I just realized I don't know nothing. I am completely illiterate to these things. I am old time. All this thing you're talking about, I'm seeing it for the first time. All of this butt plugs, and I mean, people who like it, power to them. But it's just,
you never know. You should, if your wife is down for it, you can try it.
I'm old fashioned. Very right.
But
so,
one of the things that I do have to say, like when it comes to anal and when it comes to experimenting with different things, especially when you have a partner, a lot of the times I hear people say, oh, like, there might be, like, let's just say, the husband says, baby, I really would like it if you lick my ass. Sometimes you will have somebody else, the other partner, say, that's gay. Or they will make comments. Never, ever, ever, ever throw something in your partner's face. If they're trying to express what they might want to try, even if it's not for you, don't throw that in their face. You're shaming your partner.
How do you say nicely? How do you say it nicely that I would never. I don't do that. Like, how could you frame it nicely? A nice way to.
I would just say, thanks, babe, so much for, expressing what you might be interested in. That's something that I'm not comfortable doing. But, I still want you to share, even though it's something that I'm not into, I still want you to share what you might want to do. And let's see what we can do. Like, let's start off small. And you know what? It's, and the thing is, just because somebody wants their ass to be licked does not make you gay. It does not. And people need to start getting out of their heads about stop putting labels on things. Stop. There's so much you're missing. Like, you have no idea. You don't know really what it feels like until you really try. You are probably missing out on some of the best fun you've ever had. You might say to yourself right now, oh my God, no, not at all. But I'm telling you,
and then also,
it's a lot of fun when you have a partner.
The men, a lot of times they want threesomes, right? And then when it comes to the woman getting a threesome, and when I say the woman, that means MMF, male, male, female. The guys have a problem with that. But the male, he wants the FFM, which is the female, female, male. He wants that. So men, a lot of times, you know, if you want something, you got to be willing to take it as well, because your partner may actually want to add, you know, bring someone in, and it doesn't have to be all the time, but that might be something that you relationship. Somebody asked, there is something called rope play, which is
Okay.
So
I have no problem with the rope. Break the rope. Lock me up. No, I mean, go ahead. Go ahead. I got be too excited there. I'm sorry. I got to be too excited. Go ahead. Go ahead with the role play.
So she has
right.
doesn't have her ropes, but she has what?
I do have ropes. They're in the room. I actually
have ropes. Come on, we're talking about mystery here. She got everything.
I cross over into the fetish world of BDSM. So I'm actually a rope bunny. So I get tied up with rope. Sometimes I'm suspended from the ceiling, and it's very tight rope. Lots of it.
What's that called? What is it called?
Shibari is more of the artistic look. But the type of rope, like of the suspension rope, that's not really shibari. It's another practice of Japanese rope. I don't know the name, so I don't want to speak on it. But I've tried several different things, and I mean, I've been doing rope for almost 10 years now. I don't do rope on somebody. I only have a dom do rope, or a rigger do rope on me.
Okay. So those are like the wrist cuffs or the ankle cuffs that if you want to play role play, ladies and gentlemen. So role play is a great way to spice up the relationship as well. You know, pretend like
your neck.
So hold on. So mystery, show me that again. So the handcuff thing goes on your hand and you tighten it up really nicely.
Yep. So I have it all. I have the net. I have the collar. So you can actually have a leash. You can have a leash so you can submit to your partner. So once you're in the collar and you have your leash on, if your partner tells you to get on your knees, you are on your knees. And that's really like, I'm a switch, which means I'm submissive, but I'm also dominant too. So it depends what kind of scenario I'm in. But when you do stuff like this, you don't just do this with anybody. There has to be a lot of trust. I would never just let anybody put me in handcuffs and just leave me to a bed. That's not going to happen. Just like with rope, I would never let somebody just put rope on me. If a lot of the times the rope is so tight that it can hit your arteries, stuff like that. So you need to have a professional who knows what they're doing, who knows where to put the rope. If your fingers start getting numb and tingling, that's a problem. You need to communicate with your partner and let them know what you're feeling. And it's wild. I mean, you know, like I said, it's just, there's so much out there, and to keep yourself in a box is just, we have this one life to live. Might as well try different things, right? I mean, even if it's like little teeny things.
You said a couple of things that I want people to remember here, right? This is not something that you do on a one-night stand. You don't just go and meet somebody and say, lock me up, put me in handcuff, tie rope around my neck, and sling me to the ceiling. You have to trust the person. Yeah, it's a process. You don't just meet somebody and get that metal thing and say, stick it up my butt. It's something that is a process. You have to trust the person. You have to make sure that the person know what the hell that they're doing. And that's a disclaimer I want to put there, because I don't want no one going into the hospital tomorrow saying that they got some metal rod stuck up their butt. That's important. We talk about this stuff.
Actually, yeah, and I had to remove a vibrator that actually got stuck in a female's rectum area the other day, actually.
Oh wow.
It went up it was a small rabbit, so it went up the wrong hole.
The rabbit went up the wrong hole.
Because I'm like, okay.
So you know the rabbits are really small, and so it's supposed to go, you know, the vagina, but they were having some fun and it went up the rectum area. And Yeah, we had to go fishing for it there.
Don't you just hate when that happens? Yeah. No. Let me just say to the audience here, guys. These are things that you guys may like. Those are things that might gross you out. Those are things that you may never do. To each his own. I mean, it may not be for me, but there are some people who are sex enthusiasts. They want to try different things. They have a partner. They don't want to keep their relationship stagnated. They want to do things. So listen. Do you just understand that there are particulars, there are some things that you need to do prerequisite before you do a lot of those things. So we encourage you guys to read the fine print and understand the labels, because we don't want no one getting sick or damaged because of some of the items that we showed here. It's very important, guys. Read the fine prints, and we can't reiterate that enough. It's very important.
Correct. And if anybody ever has any questions for me, you're always welcome to ask me. I'm online too. And
give your social media. Talking. Give your IG.
My IG is my Twitter, everything is basically Dark Mystery, MYSTREXXX. So everything, again, it's Dark Mystery XXX. Everything is, I'm on Twitter, I'm on OnlyFans, I'm really on everything.
So if you have OnlyFans, you can check her out. You can see her do a lot more.
Check her out. Now, I'm going to open up the phone lines because there might be people who have questions and they want to ask the questions. I'll give you guys an opportunity to call 718-701-5720. The number is up on the screen. What else do you have for us?
He had yeah. What did you have there? That looks like a flogger.
Yes. So one of a former play partner in my dom, he actually made this for me. And this is a flogger. What you can do is you can use this, and if you can hear it, it sounds like it might hurt. It's more of a noise than anything, but you can drag it on somebody. You can put it, do it on their butt and stuff like that. You can have ones that have more pain. Usually floggers are just like a light, little tap on you. So it's getting into that. But if you want pain, these are a little bit more. So this is leather. This is completely leather. And I live in South Florida, and we have a place. It's a fetish store. It's called Fetish Factory. And I actually got this from there. When you're hit with this, and you have to be careful where you hit people, because you have organs, you have all these things that you can damage. So again, you have to know where you can use these toys, because they can become weapons, I guess you could say. But when you use this, if you hit me hard enough with this, it will leave an imprint that looks exactly like this on me. And I have a high threshold for pain. So like this is a whip. Hold on, I'm trying to see if I can get this fully in the picture.
Put up on full screen. Okay, that's
there we
whip.
Go.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So we have a couple of different things. Again, I'm trying to see if I have anything else that. That's all I have. This is just like a little snippet of the different toys that I have. You have a lot of stuff.
So these
yes.
whips and things, they are basically to inflict pain.
Yes, because someone gets aroused. You have a lot of women that get aroused from pain, and those are the ones that really venture into the BDSM. But you do have someone that just they have an orgasm just from you using that flogger on them or using that whip. So you don't even have to have penetration with the man or female. Just by hitting them with that, the pain is so intense and they love it and they have an orgasm.
Wow. Let me tell you, I grew up in the Caribbean, and when I was growing up and I got licks or lashes, they call it back then, I used to cry. I never liked pain. I don't know how people could like pain. Pain is something that you dislike, but people like pain. But if you were growing up in the Caribbean, listen, to each his own. Let me not say that, because to each his own. But pain, interestingly, pain actually makes people come, like make people have an
Yeah.
orgasm.
Yes,
That's very
definitely.
interesting.
For some people, just
Wow.
like, I mean, just like, talking to a woman in a nasty way. Some women love to be talked to dirty, right? And
Uh-huh.
also a woman likes to be choked. That's a form of some infliction. Of course, not too hard, but you like to be choked. If your hair likes to be pulled, you like that, when ladies. So some of you guys like that. So it all depends on what you want. The choking, the grabbing the hair, the talking dirty to, the use of the whip. It's just what turns you on. And
Yeah.
it's just good to just explore different things. You can always try it and say, oh no, that's not my thing. Like, pain is not my thing. And so when it comes to having a nipple orgasm, that's just one of the orgasms that is out there. But if you have a nipple orgasm, some women like their nipples pulled on and bitten, right? They like for you to bite on their nipples. But some women also likes for you to use your tongue and just nicely stroke it with your tongue in a small light suck. So it all depends on what you want. And that's why it's important to communicate your do's and don'ts with your partners, because you
Yeah.
should never have a bad sexual experience. No, we're
That is
too grown for that. You
that is a,
shouldn't leave and say, oh, I didn't enjoy that. Well, why not? Why didn't you tell her or him what you wanted? Why did you let him keep doing that and you didn't like it? It's you talk. And then even when you're sexting, you tell your partner what you like. So even if you've been in a relationship for a long time, when you if you want to, kind of get you some later on, then you sext him or her, a nice hey, what's something you can say, Junior? What's something sexy you can say?
let me see.
Julia, no, I'm just messing with him. But, hey, I can't wait for you to bend over for me tonight. Or, soon as he comes through the door, ladies, soon as he comes through, go ahead and get on your knees and, give him a little surprise. So that's something else you can do too.
Wow. Let me tell you, I give props to the people who go out and do all of these things. I mean, I am just simple. I don't know if I'm missing out, but I'm so simple and old fashioned, and I think I have fun. I think I have good. I have a good chemistry. I have a good vibe, and half of the things I never used before. Half of the things I never seen before. It's my first time. It's interesting.
Yes, it's a whole nother world out there.
Whole
So
other world out there. All right, so we have about 5 minutes. What else do we have there? Mystery. You're the mystery woman
no,
today.
nobody was calling or anything.
No, I didn't
Nobody
get any
called.
calls. They probably just so sucked into the thing. 718-701-5720. That's the number, guys, if you want to call. At any time, the phone lines are open. 718-701-5720. Mystery?
I brought a couple more things. The other things too is doing things like using a blindfold or putting a mask on. So you can do different things. Like, these are like simple little things to like spite. Like, this is just a hole for your mouth, so you can't see. So again, these are like little things. This one, let's see. This one has like a little spot for your eyes and for your mouth. But just switching, trying different things. Here's another like plug. This is another toy. You can use this in your vagina or for anal. This is the toy. This is actually my toy that I use to get me prepared for anal. And I love anal. I love the orgasms from anal, but I also I take it to another level. So for me,
I could see that. I could freaking see that. You are
so
on
I
this
love.
phone. You are up here. Go up to the roof.
So for me, I actually love. I love DP. And
you know
now
what
people
DP
are probably
is,
like,
Junior?
oh my God.
What's that? What's that?
He doesn't know what DP is.
What's DP?
DP is double penetration.
Oh, okay. All
So
right.
basically, what that means is that, so usually what it means is that you have one in your vagina, you have a penis in your vagina and a penis in your ass.
Right.
So you're getting double penetrated. So it's double penetration. And sometimes, like if I'm by, if I just have my play partner and that's it, sometimes my play partner will go in my vagina, and then I will use this and stick this in my butt. So yes, this is, again, I take things to the extreme. I'm very extreme with a lot of the things that I do.
And again, it's all about, we're here today just showing you, different things that you can do. Toys may not be your thing. My husband, he's not into toys. So that's not our thing. But, as long as you do things to, keep it spiced, you can also watch porn. I challenge couples because I do couples therapy as well.
Yes.
So I challenge couples to, sit down, watch a porn together, and you know how you get excited. You get excited, you're getting lubricated and you're getting horny, and, just watch that together. And then, just engage with each other, and that can be fun as well.
Wow. Wow. Oh gosh, she got
The
more.
last one.
She got more.
The last one that I
When
wanted to
you thought
you.
it was ending, it's not. Okay, last one.
So this one is for somebody who might not have the biggest penis in the world, which is not a problem. So with this actually, what you do with this is you actually insert your penis in here, and then you put this around your balls. So it extends it. So if you are lacking in that area, this is like an extender. So it helps.
And I've talked about that before, Junior. You may have forgot, but a penile extender. So if you have a small penis, you can use that to give a little bit more, because certain couples, they have that vibe that's not, they may be attracted to their partner for other reasons, and their partner may have a small dick, but they love everything else about their partner, and it's just a small dick. So this is just something one can use to add a little bit of lift to it, to give their partners a lot more a feeling there, to reach the A spot and the U spot that you have. So yeah.
Adapter.
But and some people actually do embrace the whole fact that they do have a small penis. And that is actually, with my OnlyFans, that's kind of what my niche is about. It's called cuckolding. And it is, with cuckolding, it's a man, usually a white man, who has a smaller penis. And he gets off on humiliation of telling him he has a small penis. And he wears his penis. There's a cage a chastity cage, which he puts on his penis. So again, that's like a whole nother thing, but it just doesn't end in this. There's no ending to.
And I see a lot of men in the comments. They're saying, how can they contact you for personal or private classes or anything like that? So again, she has her OnlyFans page, and then on Twitter as well.
I don't know if I can't figure out if I can type in my name.
Tell me, I'll type it in for you. Tell me, I'll type it in. What's the website?
Okay, it's also on your flyer too, but it's Dark, DARK, MYS TREXXX.
Right.
Dark Mystery XXX.
Okay,
and that's one word.
XXX. When we put that up right there,
yes,
right now.
That's it.
That's right there. Guys, you could check out Dark Mystery XXX, because you know what? I know a lot of people who's probably watching and be like, I don't like that. I don't want that. They secretly want it, doctor. They secretly want all of those things. I know someone. In fact, the platform is about 75% women. That's the general platform. And I know a lot of people will contact you and say, they want this, they want that, they want this, they want that, they want that. Yeah.
And I have thousands of followers. I can tell you, I have thousands and thousands of followers who they can't talk to anybody about this kind of stuff. And they come to me and they tell me their desires or their fantasies. And it just feels really good for them to be able to take that off of their chest and just be able to talk with somebody else. And I love, I don't judge. I don't care what you're into. It might not be something that I'm into, but I'll probably most likely be like, oh, tell me more.
But is that possible though? Is that possible? Look at you. Is that possible that you're not into everything?
I think I'm pretty, yeah.
She
if
doesn't,
I haven't done it, I'm curious.
She doesn't like small penises. She's not into
don't like small penises. Yes,
well,
that
then
is true.
there's the adapter. Here comes the adapter. You got the adapter. Listen, it was definitely fun. I always learn. No matter how much time we do this, I always learn something new. Today, I learned a lot. I felt like I was in kindergarten school. I knew nothing about this stuff. Oh, God. So guys, you can check out Dark Mystery at Dark Mystery on social media. And of course, Dr. Katina, can tell them where they could find you, because you always have good content.
On Instagram at DRKATINA_DRK. So Dr. Katina _DRK on Instagram. So follow me on there. I'm also on TikTok. If you like on TikTok doing some dances on there, you'll see me on there as well. And like I say, ladies and gentlemen, the take home is knowing your health status. Make sure you know what's going on the inside of your body. To keep the spice, stay connected with your partner, communicate. Make sure that you do what he or she likes, but if you like some cologne, put on that cologne, men, if your partner likes that. Ladies, put on that nice dress that he likes or nice underwear. Remember, hygiene is important, so stay away from a lot of scented products. Make sure you drink your water, exercise, getting sleep, because boosting the immune system is important. And then remember, oral hygiene is key. Don't forget to do the tongue check, ladies and gentlemen, later on, to make sure that you or your partner do not have an overproduction of yeast on the tongue, because if so, then that could be the reason why you're getting recurrent yeast infections. So, and then ways to spice it up, just sex, go out on dates, watch your porn, really just engage with each other and discover your erroneous sites on your body. Erogenous sites. And those are your nice spots, your tender spots, the spots that gets your juices flowing, or it gets the blood flowing, fellas. So I have a lot of patients where their spots is under their arms. If you lick their armpit, if you lick it real nice and soft, that turns them on. Behind the knee, on the side of the neck. We know about the ear. Just find those spots, explore each other. And then, as Mystery said, if you want to add more, you want to step out and add a little something, you can add another partner, or you can add some toys, like the ones that she showed you today.
Yes, thank you. Mystery, oh my God. That's all I have to say about you, Mystery. Guys, again,
this has been so much fun. I really have enjoyed myself. I'm so happy that I was invited to join you guys. This is great.
Absolutely, Mystery. Absolutely. I don't mind the facial expression. My face have a mind of its own. I don't control it.
I totally get it. I get it all the time. So it's normal, totally normal.
Thank you, Junior, for having us on again.
Thank you.
And we appreciate you for, I know, sometimes with Caribbean culture, sometimes some people, they're stuck in different zones,
Yeah,
so,
true.
I think that bringing this to the forefront just gives them, because they may have those freaky thoughts in mind, believe it or not. They just afraid to say something because they are not because of the judgment that they'll receive, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you got to be careful.
Guys,
But
check out Dr.
kudos to you for this wonderful topic today.
Absolutely,
Thank
absolutely.
you.
I let me tell you, I respect the fact that we have almost 75% plus women audience here. And my producer, she is very open to this type of things. I am more than happy and always delighted to speak about any topic. Again, don't mind the facial expression, guys. This is just as a man of his own. Always glad to talk about this topic and bring it to the fore. Dr. K and Mystery, we're gonna do this again sometime. Thanks again.
Yes.
All
Take
right.
Bye.
care.
Great. Guys, again, you could check out Dr. Katina, family nurse practitioner at drkatinahealthandwellness.com. That's drkatinahealthandwellness.com. Check out the website. And Mystery XXXX, you could check her out as well. She has all the stuff. She got all the stuff. Thanks for watching. We got a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Need a home, car, education, dream vacation? The National Lotteries Authority's Lotto Jackpot is $320,000. Play today for chances at a more satisfying life. Lotto. Play and win a lot of money. On Saturday, March 18th, it's time to report for duty as New Face Promotion presents Revo Dance 19.
Do you know what it means to have a revolution?
Revo Dance 19.
Here I come with love and nothing.
All taking place at 178 Newport Street, Brooklyn, New York. Get your $40 tickets now. More at the door. For ticket info, contact 347-304-5453. And you must be 21 and over. Music by Exterminator Sound. Live from Canada. From New York, Joe Bailey. Silence. No Apology. DJ Synergy. And DJ Hot Stepper. Table and bottle packages available. Dress code Army Green or camouflage. A special prize for the best dress, male or female. And listen, when you buy your ticket early, you can win a return ticket with JetBlue to Grenada in the month of May and June 2023. It's Revo Dance 19, Saturday, March 18, 178 Newport Street.
Carpentry and Cleaning Servicing, providing exceptional carpet and cleaning, floor installation, refinishing, home renovations, drywall, painting, plastering, doors and moldings, electrical and plumbing, and much more. We are a one-stop shop for all your professional needs. Give us a call today on 718-221-5572. That is 718-221-5572. Or you can call our cell on 917-939-3192. Check out our sales on all services. We're located at 218 Schenectady Avenue, Brooklyn, New York. Phillips Carpentry and Cleaning Servicing.
Established in 1998, Ross Road and Funeral Services continues to assist you plan the ideal funeral or memorial service locally or internationally. Our reputation is built on providing personalized funeral services based on love and compassion. Call Ross Road and Funeral Services at 718-547-0640.
Ross Road and Funeral Services, where your loved one is our loved one.
Again, guys, thank you for watching and thank you for being a part of our program today, guys. As I said earlier, Facebook does this thing from time to time. I don't know why, but sometimes they put us on what is called shadow block. So a lot of our posts is not getting out as it used to. Sometimes it lasts for 2 days. Sometimes it lasts for 2 weeks. Who knows? Who knows why Facebook do what they do, right? So most of the times, if you didn't get notifications, sometimes you got to check the page. A lot of our posts, you may not get it for this week, but it may come back next week. It happens from time to time. So share the program, share the post, comment, tag, check us back ever so often and see what's happening over here until they finalize on this shadow block that they've been putting us on for this past couple of days. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Don't forget, guys, a lot of things happening. I want you to check Right Along Live. We still have this big event going to Dubai, guys, right? Dubai. And We still have space, and we're urging you guys to book riderstravel.com. It's only $250, the initial down payment, and you have about 5 months to pay off that balance. Check out riderstravel.com. Look for the flyer, guys, and book right now. We want to see you on board. Ride along to Dubai with us, Ride Along Live. Catch you guys again tomorrow. On behalf of all of our production team here, our executive producer, Lois JJ, our moderators, we have Kibbs, Deanne Fraser, and Gail Charles. Good night. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.